Much of this comes down to these three questions right here. Whether you are creating a presentation that has many slides that are designed to look the same, with structured information, title at the top, standard text below it, okay? Or are you creating a deck that has a series of one-offs, as I call them, where each slide might look a little bit different? Each slide will be designed based on its content. Will your titles all look the same? As the example I give here, perhaps all centered along the top. Or do you integrate your titles into your slide design? That's the next question to ask. There's no right or wrong answer here. You get to decide that. You get to say, okay, you know what, I think I do want all of my titles to look nice and clean and corporate along the top. Or you could say that I've got a lot of photos that I'm going to be working with and I'm going to want to take my titles and move them around, okay? So that's the second question to answer here. And perhaps the most important of all is how to ensure that reset doesn't ruin your slides. And that comes down to these two things right here. When to use title and content and when to use blank. We're going to walk through a makeover. It starts with a slide that is too dense with text. There's the 3-word challenge. And this would be a perfectly fine slide, but we found a really good image. There's a woman taking a risk, walking a tightrope in heels, all right? This slide master has just three layouts: title and content, title only, and blank. That's it. And I've got 3 different slides here. They look identical. They are not identical. This one uses title and content. So as many of you can already surmise, reset is going to do bad things to that slide. This slide uses title only. So reset might be bad, but not as bad. And this slide, because it uses blank, is not going to change at all. Now, to some of you, that might be considered cheating. and you know, again, over a beer, we could discuss this, you know, what best makes a corporate template. But in this case, the University of Tennessee template includes a blank. That is what I would want to use for this slide right here. Templating is how you create consistency across your slides. I showed you how valuable, how powerful the reset command is, but also how dangerous it can be if you use it improperly.
Gene and Anna were all just talking about how do you guide people to make better slides. So Gene was worried that it might lead creators to throw up on the slides, but Anna says you might create a layout with a picture holder to try and also get them to reduce text.
All right, so that sounded like a good discussion. That was great. And I love that the chat is its own little experience, its own community unto itself for people to talk amongst themselves. You know, that's one of the beauties of virtual workshops like this. Because if we were all in a room together, I'd have to shush you. But here I don't. I love that.